What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So, a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about this, left me comments. I appreciate that. And that's what the boxing community needs. Let's just keep each other in the loop. And I want to talk about the Fight Hype interview with Floyd Mayweather. It's a 21-minute interview, and it was good stuff. The thing I like about it is the setting is real quaint. It's kind of like a Barbara Walters interview, if you will. It's very personable. It's not like other interviews where I've seen Mayweather and he's, he's being a smart aleck with certain questions because there's a million questions flying at him. It was real one-on-one. It was just Ben and Floyd Mayweather, real chill, like dim mood lights and shit, and they were just talking. Now, some of you guys who hate Mayweather, off top, you're going to dislike this video. You're going to go over to that video, dislike it, do what you must. I want to talk about the video. I thought Floyd was actually dropping some gems about the whole situation. He talked about a slew of things I want to talk about in this video. He talked about Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum. And one of the things that I don't understand is, I said this in my previous video, Mayweather calls out Pacquiao officially. No bullshit. It's no read between the lines like, oh, we'll see what happens after Algeria. He outright says, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Some fans who hate Mayweather, they say, oh, he's bluffing, he's lying, he's bullshitting. In all actuality, Pacquiao has not done more than that. The only thing Pacquiao's done is a commercial for Foot Locker, and in interviews he's responded to questions, and he says he wants to fight. Let's go. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing Pacquiao has over Mayweather is the fact that he has more quantity. There's more interviews you can find where Pacquiao says he's willing to fight. But neither one of them have actually fought. Neither one of them have done more than just verbal words. But anyway, Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. And then all of a sudden, after this call out, Bob Arum is saying, it's a Mexican holiday. And saying that this fight shouldn't happen in May and it should be reserved for Cotto and Canelo. And I feel like this, man. This is a fight, like Cotto Canelo is a great fight. I really, truly want to see it. There's been no road bumps to the caliber of Mayweather Pacquiao. Pacquiao Mayweather has been going on and on for 5 or 6 years. Fans are attacking each other. So I feel like the sooner the better. Cotto Canelo is still there. You can make Cotto Canelo in April and it'll still do great. Canelo fought Trout at the Alamo Dome in April, a month before Floyd fought in May. And he did good numbers or whatever. So why not take care of the fight that has been lingering and has been a black eye on the sport of boxing for years? Instead of saying, oh, it's a Mexican holiday, neither one of them are Mexican, so why should we make the fight? Just make the fight any way you can. You know what I mean? The fans want to see it. People are still going to tune in to Canelo Cotto whenever that can happen in September and Mexican Independence Day. Give them both soft touches in April and then have them fight for Mexican Independence Day if you're that cultural and you only want Canelo to fight on certain days. Another thing Mayweather said in his interview was, he says, last time I checked, it's a holiday. It's a holiday for everybody. He says, no disrespect to Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, white Americans, black Americans. He says, but it's a holiday. It's a holiday for everybody. He also talked about Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum, their relationship. He talked about what I told you guys in a couple of videos ago. He is the A side and Manny Pacquiao is the B side. The thing that's funny about that is Pacquiao is the B side. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going to beat around the bush with this stuff. Some of you guys you can unsubscribe to me, whatever you have to do. I'm going to keep it real at all costs. Pacquiao is the B side. Great fighter. He's an elite fighter, but he's the B side. Now, all of a sudden, after people were arguing in boxing forums and saying, oh, Pacquiao does equivalent numbers to Mayweather. Oh, he's the equivalent pay-per-view superstar as Mayweather. For years, all of a sudden, you say simple facts like, currently, Pacquiao is the B side, and then fans want to tuck their tail and say, oh, who cares about numbers? Why do you care? Why are you into Manny Pacquiao? Why do only gay people care about pay-per-view numbers? Let's just see the fight. Why do you care? Shut the fuck up. Because the only reason anybody cares is because there was a side that was actually suggesting and arguing the opposite. I don't care what their paper, you know what I mean? If they do 1 or 1 million homes, I don't care. For me, it doesn't change my bank account. However, if we're debating and I'm talking about someone and they're saying Pacquiao is the equivalent star, if not bigger than Mayweather, and then all of a sudden it becomes more apparent that he's not, that's why people are talking about it. So it's no all of a sudden, since the truth is out and you can't really refute it, all of a sudden you want to hurry up and move past that. And kind of Mayweather talked about that in his Fight Hype interview. He said he's the A side. He is. I mean, he said you can look at my checks. He said people are like, oh, you didn't do 1 million homes, but he says I didn't strike out in 6 pay-per-views. He said I'm capable of having a bad pay-per-view night, but I'm not going to have 6 bad pay-per-view nights. Manny Pacquiao, he says they're at an all-time low, so they're desperate. He says he has IRS tax issues, which we all know. We've heard the reports and the headlines. He says they're talking about making a fight with Jessie Vargas. And the thing I like about Floyd in this, he was really respectful. He didn't really shit on anybody. Jessie Vargas is his former fighter. He could have went in like, oh, he's not ready for Pacquiao. That's a shit fight. He didn't do that. He says nothing but respect for Jessie. But he says if you're already you're already clawing and scratching, trying to do 300 homes, pay-per-view buys, that's not a good fight. That's not a good look. And I told you, I made a video about that. That is true. Nobody wants to see Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas that doesn't live in Las Vegas and is not a huge Jessie Vargas fan. I don't know one person. Straight up, as a true boxing fan, I have not heard anyone really requesting that. Even, I think people would rather see Broner versus Pacquiao because either they like Broner and they give him a chance, or they hate him and they want to see Pacquiao beat up on him. But either way, with the type of fighter Broner is and the trash talking, it would do way more numbers than Jessie Vargas. Jessie Vargas is just like a fighter who's there. He's not a horrible fighter. He looked better with Roy Jones Jr., but there's nothing really that sticks out. He doesn't have devastating power. He's not super flashy. He's not extra charismatic in interviews. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that he just really exudes. You look at Danny Garcia, he's kind of flashy. His dad is out of pocket. It says crazy stuff. He has a killer left hook. He has power, good boxing ability, good amateur experience. These are fights for if Pacquiao wants to fight at 140 that fans would actually tune in. Mir Khan, I don't know what weight they would fight at or whatever, but those are all fan-friendly fights that I'm sure would get better numbers and a better turnout than Jessie Vargas. So I agree with Mayweather on that. Those aren't the fights that people want to see. And the number one fight is Mayweather Pacquiao. So instead of saying Floyd's bluffing about everything, just support it, embrace it. Let's just get this fight cracking. Other thing Floyd touched on that I liked in the Fight Hype interview is he talks about the haters. He says, if there's someone I don't like, I'm not checking their Instagram. I'm not checking their Facebook, trying to see what they're doing because I don't care. And I feel him 100%. There's boxing channels that I don't really fuck with. I don't really watch. I don't care what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, I don't make time for them. I don't comment on their videos. I don't subscribe to them. Those types of things. And the same thing, a lot of people hate Floyd Mayweather, yet they bring him up when no one else is talking about him. You know what I mean? I could make a video about Amir Khan, Devin Alexander, and then they'll bring up Mayweather. I could make a video about Lomachenko, and they'll bring up Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. And it's like not bringing them up to compare styles or something educated. It's slander. It's to, oh, he's a bitch. I'm like, what does that have to do with any? If that's how you feel, cool. But what does that have to do with this video? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I think Mayweather has mastered the game. He's a marketing genius because he keeps people talking no matter what, even this. But I like the setup of it, the Fight Hype interview. I will put the link in the description. It was just real chill. He didn't clown around. He was really answering questions, and it was just a nice, peaceful interaction where he was talking. And he had a lot of good points that he brought up. I want to see the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Make it in May. I don't care what holiday it is. Make that if you can make it. That's the thing. Like, if you can make it and get it done, just do it. Worry about the rest later. You know what I'm saying? And Mayweather also said He said, no disrespect. He said, Canelo and Cotto are great fighters. They're very strong, good punchers. But I beat both of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. This is all true. No matter what you like and what you dislike, this is all true stuff. So hopefully we get Mayweather Pacquiao. I do like the fact how on top we're getting several instances where both fighters and both camps are talking about it. And again, that's not always been the case. One time Bob Arum might be talking about it, and then Mayweather's quiet as a mouse. And then 1 minute Mayweather might be talking about it, and then you don't really hear much from the Pacquiao side. So I like the fact that both camps are really talking about this. I feel like get it done, man. I don't care what date it is, just early 2015, get this fight done. And, you know what I mean, sort out the bodies later and the rest. If Canelo's mad, he's mad. If Cotto's mad, he's mad. But this is the fight the fans have been waiting for. So why not get it done if you have the opportunity, you have the opening. Another thing Mayweather said that I liked is he kind of clarified the situation with drug testing. He says initially, Team Pacquiao, they says they want to be notified before the random urine and blood test, which would pretty much go against the grain and be redundant because it would no longer be random at that point if they are notified. Then he says closer to the fight, they said, no, we're not doing any testing. And he says that's what created the tension and broke up the talks the first time. And we already knew drug testing was an issue. And Freddie Roach even admitted in the videos on Dante's Boxing Nation, but he admitted that they were being stubborn and they played a part in the fight not happening. So I don't know why some of the fans still won't admit. Let me know what you guys think if you watched the Fight Hype interview. I thought it was good stuff. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.